Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Gauntlet, where we take beloved Fire Emblem characters and put them up against every class in the game one by one until they perish. In this episode, our champion is the Wonder Child Ross. Lots of people wanted to see Ross run the Gauntlet, and some of those people are on the screen now, so make sure to comment your suggestions below for characters you want to see run the Gauntlet next. As always, the enemy classes are arranged in a rough order of how challenging they are to fight, and we will see how many of the 16 classes Ross can beat before he dies. Feel free to leave your prediction for how many classes he'll defeat in a comment as well. Now, Ross obviously provides an interesting start here, as he is the first trainee unit we've put into the Gauntlet, and if we were to take the usual approach of leveling him up to max level but not promote him, then this is what he'd look like as a level 10 journeyman. Now obviously this isn't exactly fair, he's not on par with the other units that we've put into the arena, but just for fun I did want to see what it would be like to put him into the Gauntlet as a trainee, and he's not cut out for this at all. Unfortunately, he does really not have the stats at this point to deal with the enemies. Even the weakest enemy in the game. Oh, he got a hit! He almost did something worthwhile there, but yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting out of Ross as a level 10 journeyman. So instead, let's make him a level 20 unit on par with the others that we've put into the arena so far. And because he's a trainee, we actually have a couple of options here. I've gone with fighter for now, but we'll explore his other options after this run is done. And as a level 20 fighter, this is what we get, something that's much more serviceable. He's got capped strength, which I think might be the first capped stat that we've actually seen in the Gauntlet so far. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that that's the first glowing green numbers that we've managed to see. He's actually got some pretty solid stats as a level 20 unit, so obviously cap strength is unbelievable, 13 skills pretty serviceable, even 11 speed is pretty decent. He won't be doubling everyone, but he might double some units. 19 luck is something else entirely. His evasion should be pretty decent with that, to be honest. 10 defense is also pretty good. It means that he'll be semi-bulky, shouldn't take too much damage. He has got 37 HP as well, so he's not in danger of getting one shot at any point. And his res at 7 is actually not too bad at all, so we'll have to see if he makes it to those mage classes at the end, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. He also has 11 con. As a journeyman, he has a base con of 8, so he was getting slowed down by the iron axes slightly, but as a fighter, that's not a problem whatsoever. So yeah, fighter is kind of what I think is the canonical choice, purely because that's what his dad Garcia is, and he's kind of wanting to follow in his dad's footsteps. A lot of people prefer pirate, which I do kind of get. Oh crikey, 1 round. Blimey, that's... Oh, no he doesn't 1 round, he missed a 90. That is unfortunate. I don't know what the true hit on a 90 is. I'm going to look that up real quick. Damn, a 90% displayed hit is actually 98% in... No way he missed that again. You are kidding me. True hit at 90 in actual hit is... Oh, displayed hit in... Oh my god, this is complicated. Displayed hit of 90 is a true hit of 98%, and he missed 2 98% in a row. That is actually insane. That is either the run being cursed or blessed. We will find out which one it is, but either way the RNG gods are playing some weird mischief on us so far. What I was trying to say is there's probably very, very little difference between pirate and fighter in terms of how we'll perform in the Gauntlet. There's small differences in the classes in terms of their stats. The pirate does have water walking as well, and the main reason people want to go pirate is because it unlocks the opportunity to go into berserker further on. But we'll start off with fighter. As I say, I view that as kind of the canonical option. Oh god, this is not going to plan at all. He is taking... Oh, I've royally messed this up. I'm very sorry. I've done you dirty, Ross. I should have healed going into that. That's my bad. Very, very sorry about this. Oh, he dodged. Okay. Well, we kind of needed that, to be honest. So we'll heal up a little bit more. We'll probably get smacked. Oh, it's a 69. I should have known better. Okay, he's doing all right with dodging the 69s, and this should be... Yeah, we go. That's more like it. I can't believe we've missed 2 98s and a 80, whatever that was, an 81 or something. We've had a really bad time with missing. His 13 skill's pretty good. We've just had really bad luck. And part of that was my fault because I wasn't using my vulneries. I wasn't being smart about healing. I also need to give him the other vulnerary because with FE Builder you can't just give them everything you want straight away. You only got 4 slots on FE Builder, whereas there's 5 in the inventory. So hold on. You're seeing behind the scenes right here. There we go. Cool, there it is. This is using the debugger menu to basically give him that 5th inventory slot, because yeah, you've only got 4 inventory slots in FE Builder, and then we decided we're going to start with 3 vulneraries, but there's not enough room in the inventory. Anyway, all of that aside, Ross is crushing it. I'm not crushing it. I'm doing a terrible job. This is seeing bad at Fire Emblem, living up to the name, but Ross is actually being not bad at Fire Emblem, which is quite nice. These axe units have got pretty low hit. He's able to dodge like that, and he's one-rounding, which is bonkers. These are like some of the bulkiest enemies in the game. I guess Ross going in with 20 strength really means that this is it's possible for him. Oh, well, weapon rank, I'll take that. Another iron axe. I didn't plan that. It's supposed to be a steel axe. You are seeing the most the most unorganized run I could have possibly done here. Anyway, even a sword unit like a Myrmidon, he is really not getting these hits in, which is quite upsetting. But yeah, with a sword unit like a Myrmidon that should be destroying him, he still actually serves, actually has a pretty good chance of winning like that. He's doing pretty well. Oh, there's the steel axe. Oh god, this is an absolute mess. It's actually quite funny to keep it like this, so I'm not going to go back and change it, to be honest. I think this is quite entertaining. I also don't have much time to record this time because I'm going to be shooting off on a little journey, and I'm not able to stick around and keep repeating this. I'm just going to have to plow through it. Ross is going up against swords on the Cavalier. Unfortunately, Cav has the option of using swords or lances here, so he has managed to get quite a lot of damage in on him, and he is now going to use his final... Oh, whoops, that's not what I was trying to do. So yeah, we'll heal up. So unfortunately, I'm the one that is causing Ross to suck here. Ross is doing a wonderful job. I'm just taking off my hoodie. You are getting the least effort I've ever put into a video right here. That is not me. It's not me being lazy. It is a lack of time, really. Ross is... This is like the most ADD terrible video I've made, and I don't care. We're just going to power through it. I think some of you might actually enjoy seeing a different... Oh, no, we're not doing that. That's a terrible idea. That's the first chance for Ross to actually get doubled here, and only when he's weighed down by a steel axe. So when he's going into this not weighed down, that 11 speed is actually enough for... He's got the same speed as the mercenary. I think the Myrmidon maybe had a little bit more speed, but not enough to double. I'm going to end turn and hope that Ross hits. Okay, good. Well, that's an extra point on the table for Ross, but I think we are now done. This mage, unless we get a magical crit or something, he could get a 2% crit or dodge a 69. Either is possible. Let's see what happens. Come on. Nah, okay. Oh well, we tried. That is Ross's end to his run. I, once again, have not counted the number of enemies he's defeated, so I'm going to have to go back and check. Okay, the mercenary was the 13th enemy here, so Ross gets a score of 13 as a fighter, which is actually pretty dang good. But we do have another thing to consider here, and that is the other option of pirate. So if we were to go into this with Ross as a pirate instead, this is what we get. As I said, we do get some slightly different stats. Weirdly, his... No, that can't be right. I've messed up again. And here we go. This is Ross as a level 20 pirate. So he's still capped strength. He's got 1 point less of skill, 1 point more of speed. And I think the defense has gone up and the res has gone down 1. So overall, these are actually some better stats for him. Having pirate seems to be a better promotion option for him than the warrior is if you're just looking at it in a vacuum in terms of stats. As I said, you've obviously got to consider your branching promotion choices to see what you're better. I hate auto cursor. It's my least favorite thing in Fire Emblem. So as a pirate, he has got, as I said, slightly better stats, to be honest. That point of skill might affect him. He might get the odd miss here and there, but realistically, extra point of speed, extra point of defense, those are the most important stats really going into this. I'll highlight anything that is a bit different as we go through, just in case there are some enemies that he does a bit better or worse against. What I am going to do is a lot better job of healing this time. I do forget to heal quite a lot. I think the thing is I get distracted by commentary, and then I just forget how to play Fire Emblem. I mean, I'm bad anyway, but I just get even worse. So it's a bit harsh for my units going into the arena here because they don't really have the best captain at the helm. Unfortunately, he is still going through his healing at a pretty rapid rate. He is fairly bulky, but you know, having units like the axe units that can kind of be a coin flip if they hit or miss, and having a couple of units. Oh, he doubles the cav. I didn't even know that. That's amazing. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, we're just gonna have to roll with it, see if he can beat it. Hopefully, we get lucky here. We might squeak onto the mage, but it's okay. We got lucky. We got lucky. So we've gotten up to the same point as last time. We've got slightly more HP, so in theory he can actually beat the mage this time around. Lovely, well done. There's that extra point for him, so that is 14 instead of 13 scored, which is very nice. There's no point in this because he's gonna get, well, he could dodge twice. No, okay, oh well. So we have seen Ross as a fighter, we have seen him as a pirate, but there is one other option which maybe not everyone knows about. That is super trainees. For those of you that don't know already, when you first play the game, you promote your journeyman, you only have the two options between fighter and pirate, but when you've completed the game, I believe, you then play it back through again, you have the option to use journeyman as a tier 2 class. It can promote into itself, but you just keep gaining stats and slightly different promo gains. So having him here, you can see he has only got 19 strength, 14 skills, a little bit higher. The speed is on par with a fighter. The defense and res both get a bonus of 2, so he actually ends up with 12 defense, which is kind of nice. Doesn't really make much of a difference, but since it is an option for him, I thought it would be good to see it. And it's nice to see those journeyman animations again. It is a really nice animation. I do quite enjoy Ross's base journeyman animations. I forgot the name of the class. This is the least professional video I've made so far, definitely. Oh, a crit! Oh, very nice. I don't know how often I've actually seen that journeyman crit animation. He's not double. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. His con hasn't gone up. It stays at 8, so he is now weighed down by 2 by the Iron Axe. So the journeyman is really not a good promotion option for a tier 2 class. That is really quite upsetting. Yeah, that's a real shame. It's actually taken him, rather than 1 rounding that soldier, with the 1 less strength that he's got at 19 and the weighed down attack speed of 2 lower, he's actually taking 3 turns to beat an archer as opposed to 1. So it can have quite a big knock-on effect. And he didn't double the peg knight either. This is not going very well. I thought it would be fun to see Ross as a journeyman, but it's actually, he's not well suited to it. Because he's not doubling a lot of these units, it's actually quite embarrassing for him. He's not doubling a monk. It's, yeah, really unfortunate. That con is actually making quite a big difference. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, against the archer it didn't matter too much because he wasn't taking too much damage, but having, now he needs three rounds of combat to kill him. That's actually 3 chances, or depending how you play it, 2 chances for the enemy to hit. So there you go. He dodged the first one, but gets hit by the second. This is a really bad, really bad option for him. The benefit, I guess, to the super journeyman route is that the final version of it, like the promoted version, does give you, I believe, 15% crit. So it's like a swordmaster or like a berserker. But the berserker, the berserker route is going to give you that 15 crit anyway. So it's not like it's a unique option. The super journeyman is mainly for fun. It's kind of like a new game plus like Easter egg mechanic. It's not meant to actually be good, so to speak. I'm probably going to cut so much of this out. It's absolute drivel. Like I said, lowest quality video I've made so far. That is his last vulnerary gone. Unfortunately, this, oh no, don't miss. Oh, that was sad. Yeah, this, no, not another one. Oh god, yeah, okay. So journeyman, or super journeyman Ross is really not the way to go. This is unfortunately the end for him. And there we go. He's a warrior to the very end, except he's not, because he's a journeyman and the journeyman can't promote into a warrior. That was a bad joke, but this is a bad video, so it's appropriate. So there we have it. I guess that is our final results here. We've done all 3 different options that Ross could possibly be in here. So if we were to put Ross onto our table as a promoted journeyman, he would go on with 12. As a fighter, he would go on with 13, but as a fighter, he goes on with 14 points. Any of those scores would get him into second place on our table, so we'll put him on there now as a pirate with 14. Well done to Ross, actually going on at second place here. Roy and Lilina are starting to look worse and worse. I guess Roy still has his bonus run with the rapier to kind of give him a little bit of extra kudos, but Ross really kind of knocked it out of the park. He didn't do as well as Hector. He definitely wasn't as dominant. Having a lot lower defense meant that he kind of struggled a bit more, but he still actually had a really good go through this gauntlet. He had a really good run. I'm quite impressed with him. Ross is a unit that I don't tend to give a lot of love to. He is the best of the trainees in Sacred Stones, so it's kind of nice for him to have done well in here. At some point in the future, I guess we'll be doing Amelia and possibly Ewan as well. Amelia definitely, because she's such a meme. So yeah, if you go down into the comments and write down what characters you want to see run the gauntlet next time. If you want Amelia in here, then put that down, or any other unit you want to see. Or if you just want to tell me that I'm bad at Fire Emblem, then feel free to put that in a comment as well. And I guess I will see you guys in the next video. God, this was bad.